Yo, what is good everybody? SloMo here, back at you with another video. Today I'm going to talk about Lost Soul Aside again. And I'm going to talk about some information that I came across. It's not super new information, but I think the scope of that information wasn't fully understood by a lot of people in the gaming community. And I want to make sure that people understand where this game stands right now, it seems. So if you haven't seen my first video about this game and you haven't heard this game at all, Lost Soul Aside is a action game created by Yang Bing. Yang Bing is a Chinese developer. He started the game all on his own, and then his game was picked up by the China Hero Project, and they funded Yang Bing to be able to create his own studio to help him develop the game. Now that studio is now called Util Zero Games. Util Zero is a team of 20 developers now with Yang Bing, and they are helping him get his game off the ground. Lost Soul Aside is part of that first wave of China Hero Project games that were first seen a couple years ago. And some of those games have seen significant delays since they were first shown. And we're going to talk about Lost Soul Aside's current state or status when it comes to when it's going to be released, because originally, and the thought was by many people who have been following this game, Lost Soul Aside will come out sometime this year, but it looks like that's not going to be the case. So there was an interview done recently with someone who works with the China Hero Project, and this interview was conducted back in March 2019. This person with the China Hero Project spoke about the China Hero Project being better organized and having a more detailed criteria for the second wave of China Hero Project developers. Those are the games like the Convaleria game, the AI Limit game, Genshin Impact. Those are the second wave China Hero Project games, and they were saying how for that second wave of developers, they have had a more detailed criteria than they did for the first. And considering Yang Bing told China Hero Project he'd like his team to be removed from the public spotlight, and what being removed from the public spotlight really means is not showing up to all these conventions. They didn't show up to China Joy 2019. They didn't show up to Gamescom, not coming to PAX or anything like that. They just want to focus on making the game and not trying to show more gameplay or talk to the media or gamers about the game right now. But I do believe China Hero Project felt they should have done more initially to see what Yang Bing's vision was for this game. Yang Bing probably was also not prepared for all the attention his game has garnered, and didn't realize it would be the most popular China Hero Project game that would be featured, because when you start making a game and you're by yourself, and then now your game is like the front runner, the spotlight for all of these Chinese developers, it's a whole different animal. No one is really fully prepared to do all that, to speak to the press and promote a game and make it seem exciting and say all the correct things and not mess up and slip up and say something that people would say is not fully accurate for the game. And the representative of the China Hero Project said one thing that really I think has not been fully realized by a lot of people, and he said that it's possible we won't even get a release date for Lost Soul Aside before 2021. Now that's not saying the game wouldn't come out in 2021. It's not saying it won't come out in 2020 either. But saying that the game could be a couple years away is kind of sobering, but at the same time, I'm fine with it. I've always had the idea that I would rather a game be delayed than release with bugs and have unfinished content. That's just the way I am. I have plenty of other games to play in the meantime. I don't want to play a game that for very disappointing experience. And hey, if it comes out in 2021. That means it's going to be on the PS5, and using a PS5 dev kit, maybe Yangbing and Util Zero Games will be able to use the additional resources to make the game look even better, and play even better. There's always a bright side that you have to look at, and I think that's the bright side that we have to look at. Yes, it's disappointing the game's not going to come out when we thought it was going to come out. Originally thought it was going to come out this year. Then as the year went on, people were like, well, you know what, it's probably not coming out this year. It's probably going to be 2020. Now, it could actually be 2021 or even later. But hey, Yangbing and his team, they need to make this game to the best of their ability. If they're adding additional features that we haven't seen before, if they are adding more story to the game, whatever they have to do to make this game the best game they could possibly make it, go do that. Let me know what you guys think about this. What you think about Lost Soul Aside not coming out this year or in the next couple years potentially, and just hit the like button, the subscribe button if you like my videos, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.